Well, it's the end of the year, and I'm just sort of cleaning up the office. I've got my in-laws here, and so they're here in town, and so I'm going to be off for the week for Christmas and all that stuff. So I thought I'd make sort of a video. Somebody asked me a question. They said, "Well, what watches do you wear?" I have a lot of watches, and but I only wear a few. And so somebody asked me, they're like, "Well, what watches do you wear typically?" And I said, "Okay, fine." It occurred to me that maybe I should show off the watches that I like to wear. Some of you are going to be upset and offended because they're not all Seikos, but that's okay. Here's a watch I'm wearing right now. This, you can't really see it because of the time. This is a Lejour chronograph. These were sold in the late 70s and the early 80s, but they're not really a Lejour. This is a Heuer Pasadena. And Heuer, the guy who owned the Lejour trademark at this time, wanted to turn it from sort of this sort of junk brand into something real. And so and he's still alive today, but at this time he owned this Lejour trademark, and he talked to Heuer, and Heuer provided him with Heuer Pasadenas rebranded Lejour. And that's what this is. This is a Valju 7750 on the original folded link bracelet. There it is. This is cool, actually. Somebody offered this for sale. They had it. It was their dad's, I think, and sold it to me. But I serviced this and put a new crystal in it, and it's a lovely piece. I love it. It's really cool. It's one of my favorite ones. I was wearing this one when my father passed away back in February, so it sort of got some special extra meaning for me. This watch, I was wearing it that week. Anyway, I just think it's a really elegant watch. Okay, so that's one watch. I'm actually wearing this watch now today. But let's see. Next watch I wear this all the time. My SUNO 19. I wear this one all the time. This is my going to the gym watch. This is my running around doing stuff watch. I wear this one all the time. I have it on one of these 22 millimeter waffle straps, which were my idea. Larry Boligny, whose Uncle Seiko actually made them. He actually was the guy who ran with the idea and produced them. He put money into it, but I'm always proud because this was my idea. Anyway, but I wear this one all the time. That's my SUNO 19, which I wear. I wear all the time. I wore it today. Wore it to the gym, and that was pretty cool. I wear this watch a lot. My 7549 7009, my golden tuna. Oof, I need to clean that strap out. Look at that. I need to clean that strap out hardcore. Look at that mess. Must have gotten some dust in there. That's no good. Some dust in there. That looks a little better. Anyway, such a cool watch. Mine is a little chip down there on the thing, but that's okay. Beautiful watch, all original loom. Here's another watch that's gonna upset people. My Omega Speedmaster. I love this watch. I had one earlier years ago and I sold it. And so it always upset me when I sold it, because I sold it when I started this business. I sold it for seed money, basically. And then I saved my money. I decided it was time to get one back, and I bought this one, and it needed service, and I got a good deal on it, and so I got it, and I serviced it, and that's my baby. I wear this watch a lot. I love this watch. So classic. Such a great watch. I love mine. It's really nice. And it's a modern one. Some people, they'll be sniffy. They'll want to have a pre-moon or something else like that. This is great. The changes that were made between the 861 and the 1869 and the 861 and the 1861 movement are quite minor. A difference in plating and a few different parts. And the parts they changed, like the braking lever, they changed from being metal to plastic. Well, that's great because the plastic doesn't wear the teeth. It's a better thing. I love mine. It's great. Here's another watch I wear. This is a 6306. I bought it from the original owner. It's a very early piece. It's got that big knurled crown and the big cutout, the white hand loom and the cream dial loom. It's from very early 1977. It's from February 1977. But it's original, completely original, serviced. The dial's a little faded, but that's even the original GL831. That's the original strap. So that's a watch I wear. And this is one that I made this year. This one's pretty cool. It's a 7549, right? but it's not a 7549. I custom built a 6306 movement for this. And I had to use, in order to fit these original hands in the correct day wheel, you've got to change out some parts from the 6306 calendar side to be 7549. It's a different hour wheel, different cannon pinion, different day wheel snap. They're rare parts, but I have them. So this is a fully automatic. Oh, and I added a bunch of jewels too. It's fully jeweled, automatic, 6306, 7010. Isn't that something? Isn't that cool? So it looks dead stock, right? But it's an automatic. I love that. I have it on a vintage Chrysler Stellax solid link bracelet I picked up somewhere. It was an NOS one. It's a little flashy, but I like it. What the heck? Why not? And then I guess the last thing is I'll show some neat things I got this year. Some interesting things. First off, of course, this is the year that the SRPs were released. I bought this for my then-to-be-born son. I bought this in February. He was born in June. This is his watch, and I wear it every now and then, but it's his. I want to keep it nice. Start moving. There, go. But I actually took this on vacation. I actually took this watch into the ocean. So this watch got its baptism. I have it on a vintage Chrysler Stellax H-Link. I like that setup. I think that's cool. Nice watch. Anyway, that's my son's watch. Other things I picked up. This is a 6306 7001 that belonged to a Navy SEAL. And it lived a short working life. And then he, in the early 80s, he gave it to this 7-year-old kid, son of somebody that he knew. And that guy just found it and contacted me and said, hey, I've got this old watch. Do you want to buy it? And I was like, sure. So I bought it. So that's unrestored. I haven't done anything to this yet. But that's, if you ignore the pecking on this, it's a pretty nice looking watch. That'll be a good watch when I'm done. Other cool things I picked up this year. It's an unrestored original watch. This watch was bought by an airman in the U.S. Air Force during the Vietnam War. It's from 1971. I haven't done anything to it. I literally haven't done a thing to it. It just sits. Note that it's got the long sweep. Horseshoe case back. That's a Vietnam veteran. Not too many of these sitting around too much anymore. I got another one. This one hasn't been restored either. Nice piece. Later. Case back has been inscribed. ANH. Think of it for my son, A New Hope. There you go. And another interesting thing I picked up one of these memo watches. This is a Ghostbusters watch. And this is what they wore in Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters movies. This is the watch they wore. Also, the author Ray Bradbury famously owned one of these. You can see it actually on his author picture on a lot of his paperbacks in the 70s. Voice recorder watch. Isn't that neat? That was a cool pickup this year. And very recently, just last week, I got this in. Look at this. Isaac Hayes promoted these in the 70s. 0634 5019. This one is new old stock. Look at it. Isn't even a scratch on the PVD. Full-length bracelet. Still has the tag. $325? Oh my God. What in the world is that in 1976 dollars? Oh, goodness gracious. I had no idea these were that expensive. I should have remembered. Wow. Anyway, new old stock. Isn't that something? It was in one of my good friends and customers found this in a jewelry store. It was in one of their drawers and bought it. And it needed some work. The module was damaged, so I had to swap that out and do some other stuff. But it's that's what new old stock looks like. Isn't that amazing? Talk your crazy casework. There it is. $325 in 1976. That's amazing. Anyway, so that was the last big, beautiful pickup. That's really it. It's been a heck of a year. I thank you all so much for all the watches that you've sent in. I thank you for watching the channel. I hope it's entertaining and that you like it and that you learn something and that I learned something. I always appreciate everybody sending in their watches. I appreciate people's comments on these videos. I really do appreciate it. So we got a new year coming and hopefully a lot of new watches too. Okay, that's it. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.